We are
We're
now
both-
recording. Here we are, Garage Fitness Online. I'm online. Brendan's online. You're online. I'm not eating, but we're going to talk about eating. And man, he's so on point. He's eating. Yeah. What are you chewing on? What are you eating right now?
Korean barbecue little nuggets.
I like
Pretty
it.
good. Yeah, they're pretty good. Only 3 grams of fat, 10 grams of protein, 13 grams of carbs. Yeah, but it tastes good.
Well, and sometimes you need that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, we're struggling on this lion diet. I'm okay with it. What I found is I don't like to eat the things that I eat cold. Warm, I'm good. Cold, I almost threw it up. And
What about eating cold steak?
well, maybe cold steak. This is my concoction. If it's a ground beef, eggs, and goat cheese. Cold, the fat comes together too much, and it's like, but hot. I'm like, yeah, just I can pound it.
Yeah.
So here's my question for you, because we're going to talk eating.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving
bud.
is, yeah, Thanksgiving is coming up. Christmas is coming up. How do I not eat like an asshole? Go.
Oh, hang on. Did you disappear on me?
Well, no, I'm right here.
Oh, now I see you now.
So how do you not eat like an asshole?
How to not eat like an asshole? Well, on the holidays, I always go back to whenever I was wrestling
Oh,
from the time I was like 12 years old through college.
so you don't eat, you chew dip, and you jump rope. So that's what you do.
I was that guy. And then when the games came around, I started training for CrossFit and I started getting really serious about my diet again. I was that guy at the dinner table who was avoiding the cakes, avoiding the sugar, and doing all that kind of stuff. Nowadays, I mean, I stay pretty good on the diet, on my nutrition during the week. On the holidays, I give myself permission to eat like an asshole, but that's me because I went so long without having those desserts and those cakes and wrestling, even in high school, through middle school, high school, and college. Is I don't want to deny myself those pleasures anymore.
Right.
For those people who are super focused and super serious and want to do it, how not to do it is I like to fill myself up on the good stuff first. So go through and pick out all the proteins, pick out as much vegetables, because that's what vegetables do. Protein and vegetables help fill up your stomach. They're gonna make you feel full, even though it's not as many calories on there. Same thing goes with protein.
What about the people like me who feel like their protein eats vegetables? So basically, I'm vegetarian by proxy. Is that?
Well, my family, they always make some really good like green beans, and they make some other stuff that are just phenomenal. And so
Okay, so hold on. Let me ask you
I take
this.
pleasure in
When
that.
when you say they make really good green beans, I think you're going to say they add bacon to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, just eat the bacon.
With some green beans.
No, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it with that craziness. Okay, so I like that. Eat the good stuff first. Meat first. Should you go meat first, or should you go vegetable first, or whatever you think you're
It doesn't
into?
matter. But I mean, for a majority of us who are on something like a lion diet or somebody wants to be conscious of what you're eating, consume a lot of protein. If you
Right.
do that on the front end, it helps out on the back end. Now, if you start off the opposite way and you start eating all the good stuff first, your body digests that real quick. It just automatically, poof, it's gone. And now you're going to be hungry again.
Yeah.
And so the calories are just going to keep adding up, adding up, adding up throughout the day.
So I think your advice is better than my advice. My advice, I think, leads to disorders. It's well, a buddy of mine, Cam, said it, and I like it. Don't eat like a death row inmate. But when it's the holidays and you want to eat that thing, put it. This sounds bad, but put it in your mouth and then let it just like sit there. Don't chew it and don't swallow it. Just let it like marinate, and then do like eventually swallow it, because if you're gonna spit it out, now we're talking about real disorders. But
Want more of those?
hey, buddy.
I'll get you some more. Chandler's gonna say hey. You gonna say hey?
Yeah.
Look at the camera. Say
There
hey.
you are. What's your favorite food?
I shot a book.
You shot a bow?
Yeah.
You shot a big buck.
Oh, you shot a buck.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we shot one the other night together. While he was with me, a 3-year-old was with me with my bow.
Did you let him help draw like on the drawback or anything?
No, I shot it with my bow. He was in the blind with me.
Okay,
But
well,
then
that's together.
his bow, we had the deer up top. He had his bow in the truck. He's like, I want to shoot it. I said, shoot it. So
Oh, got you. Yeah, hey, that's great. Good
Practicing
targeting
it.
practice. Well done, buddy.
And he knew where to shoot it, didn't he?
Did you drink some of the blood?
No, no.
Wolverines!
But I know this is weird, but we did eat the heart though.
Daddy, come here.
No, I can't. No.
That's
Go.
not weird.
I will be there here momentarily. Okay.
I think that actually is interesting. So while not planned, you've segued me into random thought. You know me, tangents are abound. So what do you think about organ meat, especially in the holidays? Because usually there's like liver or whatever that people make a thing and there's extra left over. What about organ meat? What do you think about that?
I love organ meat. I don't like seeing animals go to waste. Especially, sorry, I'm plugging up my computer so it doesn't die. Uh, Especially if I harvest an animal, like I want to use every bit of that animal as much as I can, and especially provide for the family. So that's basically what I'm teaching my kids young now. Jessica, she's not a big fan of it, but if I
Yeah.
didn't tell her it was organ meat, she would not have any idea the way I prep it. So it all comes into preparation and how you get it. I'm a big fan of organ meat. You're not going to turn into Liver King and all that kind of stuff by eating organ meat like he promises, eating bull testicles and everything else. We don't go that far. But
Speaking of bull testicles, do you know what the cheapest protein you can get out there is?
probably a bull testicle.
No, it's deer testicles because they're under $1.
Dude, that's just so stupid.
I got a lot of bad jokes.
That is a really bad job.
So do you take the organ meat and then like mix it in with like grind it up and put it in like a beef, or just put it in the deer? Or let me back up. The only way I can get anybody in my house to eat anything that's basically not beef is to mix it with beef. So I disguise it with beef, and then they forget that anything's in there, and I just don't tell them.
Yeah. With our kids, it's funny. Like if Carson or Chandler is with me, or if I'm with them and we harvest an animal, they will eat every bit of it because it feels like they're part of something. They
Right.
feel like it's something that it's really cool, like they've invested in, and now they get to share it with our family, share what they did with our family. Like it's a cool experience seeing that. So they're fair game. Jessica, on the other hand, is not fair game. Now, she's really good at cooking, and she wants me to like mash some stuff up. So Allegro, if you've never used that for seasoning, the best seasoning out there that you can possibly find. And then they have a lot of really cool flavors. So I usually do that. And it depends on the type of meat too. Like there's certain ways to get the gaminess out of it and then prep it in a good way, or mixing it in with a bunch of different spices and stuff. Help cover the taste as well. But organ meat though, like you can't beat it. It's really, really good. It's pure, it's natural, and helps you out all the way.
Yeah. So guys, in this, I want you to understand that both Brandon and I take the opportunity to take our health even more serious than most. We'll actually go and harvest an animal that, I mean, I hope it's eating relatively well, but I guess you don't know what a deer is really eating. It could be down by the lead plant eating paint chips. I don't know.
Yeah, some of the places I get to hunt around here. What are you doing? Some of the places you get to hunt around here are or have like a city water system going through it. So you got to be careful. You got to make sure you cook really good.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. So I went down the rabbit trail of that, trying to eat healthy enough that I have my own chickens, and I had ducks for a while, but
Yeah.
okay. So we'll make this quick. We'll end it here. Guys, the holidays are coming, and you're thinking, oh man, all that food. Start with the protein. Some of you guys are social eaters. And back in college, I had friends that were social smokers. Never smoked, but if you had a beer in the hand, they had a cigarette in the other, and they just put them together. So if they didn't drink, they didn't smoke. But if they were drinking, they were probably going to smoke. So if you're that social eater and people are like, hey, I'm having a dessert, and you can't help yourself, limit what you put on your plate, or say, hey, let's start with the main thing first, and don't graze on the snacky stuff while you wait. Just pile your plate up with some protein, maybe those damn vegetables, and then hit the other stuff.
Or if you just know, or if you're, I'll be right there, buddy. Give me a second. But and I go against, I'm a little bit more lenient, I guess you could say, than Andy is, just because my background sometimes I just like, if you know that you're going to be having carbohydrates, if you know, like if you have like 2 Thanksgivings you got to go to, 1 Thanksgiving you got to go to. One thing I used to do is like, all right, I'm not going to eat any other carbs all day long until I get to that place. And that way I just knew I'd wake up, eggs only in the morning, and try to be like white oats or something like that, like white egg yolks, like not even, or eggs without the yolk. Like I would try to eliminate as much fat as I could, have as much lean meat as I could all throughout the day to help me stay satisfied, and then have my carbohydrates at the end of the day. And all it is like, don't beat yourself up. If you eat good 80% of the time and you have 20% of bad time, like a day, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Remember at the CrossFit Games back when Glassman was there, they gave out hot dogs. Okay. Like on buns. Like
Hey, hot dog is keto, man. No, oh,
yeah,
on the
hot
buns.
dog,
Yeah.
yeah.
You just
What
have to,
part of the hot dog is keto? Nobody
I
knows.
mean, if it's even real meat,
Nobody
who knows?
knows. But yeah, I mean, he still gave lenience and all that kind of stuff. So don't
Right.
beat yourself up, stay disciplined, stay good, but also enjoy yourself, enjoy the family, and then get back on track if you fall off track. It's cool
That's
if you
right.
have one bad meal. But if
That's
you
it.
know you're going to have that bad meal, eat really good. I mean, nothing but lean meat all day long, and then go to your dinner.
Or fast, eat nothing. Then your stomach gets
Yeah.
smaller. Then when you try to eat, you're like, I only
No,
can eat the carbs and then I'm
like you're
done.
on the lion diet. That was called the warrior diet. And that
Okay.
and that got like really big like 2007 to like 2011. And you wouldn't eat all day long, but then you were like a hunter gatherer. Like you went out and you got all of the meals you got and you harvested your animals or you found berries and fruits and stuff and then you brought it back to the village and you consumed all of it. So that's what they called the warrior diet back in the day.
Well, all right. I'm going to end on this. Speaking of warrior diet, I'm going to show you this warrior shirt. I forgot I wasn't actually sharing my screen, so you can't see it, but I'm going to do it now. Let's see. You're going to see this warrior shirt and you're going to think share screen options. Oopsie. Share. Oh, Andy, come on.
You're better than that, Andy.
I know. It's because, oh, there it is. Share. Share. Oh, damn it. Why can I not share my screen? I feel like share multiple. That's funny. Every time I do this, I'm like, it's like the first time I've used this. And I use this stupid software a lot. Share. Oh, there it goes. Okay, cool. I got it. Share screen 2. There you go. You're on screen 2. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Look at that. Guys, if you're waiting for a Christmas gift, you should be able to. There, now we're big again. You can see this guy right there. I just passed this out to my brother.
Oh,
And he's like, dude, what is it? I'm like, okay, well, I'll explain it to you. So I've been giving these shirts out to my coaches. If you don't remember 2010, this is the BP Cobra Commander shirt. Order the thing. I'll put the link back in the doodly doo wherever you're watching this so you can get this too.
yeah. That's the OG of OG shirts.
That's it. All right, guys. Y'all take care.
The OGs of no.
Be some OG and eat your meat and maybe some vegetables. Stay away from those carbs or fast all day long.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, buddy. See you tomorrow or see you next week.
Yes, sir.